The kindness seed. Liam was a 10-year-old boy with a room full of toys, a backpack stuffed with snacks, and a heart that never opened. Every day at school when the lunch bell rang, he would unpack his meal, a juicy hamburger, crispy fries, and a chocolate cupcake, while his classmates ate simple sandwiches. "Can I have just one fry?" his friend Jake would ask. "No way!" Liam would snap, turning his body to shield his food. "Get your own!" At home, his little sister Emma loved to draw, but Liam kept his brand new crayons locked in a special box. "If I let her use them, she'll ruin them," he told his mother when she suggested sharing. His parents worried. "Liam," his father said one evening, "don't you want to have friends? Don't you want people to like you?" Liam just shrugged. "I don't need anyone. I have everything I want." But deep down, Liam often felt lonely. He just didn't know why. One Saturday afternoon, Liam went to the park with his favorite things: a new comic book, a bag of caramel popcorn, and his shiny red bicycle. As he sat on his usual bench reading, an old man shuffled up and sat nearby. The man looked tired. His clothes were worn but clean, and his hands shook slightly as he tried to tie his shoelace. Liam watched from the corner of his eye as the man's stomach growled loudly. "Excuse me, young man," the old man said in a raspy voice. "That popcorn smells wonderful. Might I have just a few pieces?" Liam clutched his bag closer. "This is mine. I bought it with my allowance." The old man nodded slowly. "I understand. It's just, I haven't eaten since yesterday." "Not my problem," Liam muttered, turning away. As the old man walked off, Liam suddenly lost his appetite. He threw the rest of his popcorn in the trash and rode home faster than usual. That night, as he lay in bed, the old man's sad eyes kept appearing in his mind. That night, Liam had the strangest dream. He saw himself as an old man, his hair gray, his back bent, sitting alone on a park bench. His stomach growled painfully, but when he asked people for help, a businessman hurried past, talking on his phone. A mother pulled her children away from him. A teenager laughed and threw an empty soda can near his feet. Then Liam saw something heartbreaking: the people ignoring him were all people he knew. His childhood friend Jake, his sister Emma, all grown up, even his favorite teacher Mrs. Perkins. They all walked by without seeing him. He woke up with a gasp, his pillow wet with tears. The morning sun streamed through his window as he touched his face, still young, still 10 years old. But something inside him felt different. At breakfast, something amazing happened. When Emma reached for the last pancake, Liam surprised everyone by pushing it toward her. "Here," he said quietly. "You can have it." Emma's eyes widened. "Really?" Their mother dropped the spatula with a clatter. "Liam? Are you feeling okay?" Liam just shrugged, but inside, he felt a warm glow he couldn't explain. On his way to school, he took a detour through the park, hoping to see the old man. And there he was, sitting on the same bench, looking even weaker than before. Liam's hands shook as he reached into his backpack and pulled out his lunch: a turkey sandwich, an apple, and a juice box. Without a word, he placed it all on the bench next to the old man. The man looked up, his eyes bright with surprise. "For me?" Liam nodded, suddenly unable to speak. As the old man took his first bite of the sandwich, tears filled his eyes. "This is the kindest thing anyone has done for me in years," he whispered. At that moment, Liam understood something important: sharing didn't make him have less. Somehow, it made his heart feel fuller. The next week, Liam started noticing things he'd never seen before. Marco, the quiet boy in class who always sat alone at lunch. Mrs. Jenkins, his elderly neighbor, struggling with her grocery bags. Even stray dogs that wandered the neighborhood looking hungry. Each time, Liam did something small: shared his cookies, carried groceries, saved part of his lunch, and each time, he saw how a little kindness could change someone's entire day. Most surprising of all? People started treating him differently. His classmates invited him to play at recess. His teacher smiled at him more. Even Emma started leaving little drawings on his bedroom door. One morning, Liam found a small acorn on his windowsill. Attached was a note in shaky handwriting. "Plant this where your kindness began." Liam ran to the park and planted the acorn near the bench where he'd met the old man. That night, a gentle rain fell. When Liam returned the next morning, he couldn't believe his eyes. A magnificent tree stood where he'd planted the seed, its branches heavy with ripe, glowing fruits. The old man was there, looking stronger and happier. "This," he said, patting the tree's trunk, "is what happens when kindness takes root." As they watched, amazing things happened. A hungry child picked an apple and 2 more grew in its place. A tired mother rested under its shade and the branches bent to shelter her. Even the birds seemed to sing sweeter in its branches. "Every kind act you've done made this tree grow," the old man explained. "And see?" He pointed to butterflies that left sparkling dust wherever they flew. "Your kindness keeps spreading." Years passed. Liam grew up, but the tree grew even more, becoming the heart of the town. People came from everywhere to see the amazing kindness tree that never stopped giving. On the tree's 10th anniversary, the whole town celebrated. Now a young man, Liam stood before everyone to share what he'd learned. "Kindness is like this tree," he said. "When you plant the first seed, you never know how big it might grow. That first apple once shared with a stranger started all this." As he spoke, something magical happened. The tree's bark shimmered, and for just a moment, everyone saw the old man's face smiling in the patterns of the wood. Then a warm breeze carried thousands of glowing seeds across the town, each one ready to grow new kindness wherever it landed. Liam smiled, knowing the truth now: when you give kindness, it never really leaves. It grows. It spreads. And sometimes, if you're very lucky, it comes back to you in ways more wonderful than you could ever imagine.